back, folks. Mark here from my Backwood Adventures. Beautiful day here in southwest Nova Scotia again. A little breezy, but a little cool. It was like 7 degrees Celsius this morning, but not too bad. No frost anyway. I think our risk of frost is pretty much gone. We're getting close to the end of May here, so things have changed a little bit around here. I'll show you what I've been up to here the past few days. So we got, I know I said I like to wait till after the last full moon of May before I plant, but that's coming up in a couple of days. So I mean, it's been so nice here. So we got most of the garden in, most of the seeds in anyway. So a lot of the stuff that's the starter plants we're not going to put out yet. We're going to wait till that full moon passes and things are good, and we'll put those out. But for the most part, I've got my fencing, keep the critters out, and got that all up, and got my fencing up for the beans. They can run, or the peas, they can run up, and got all that sorted out. So I'm just gonna make some make some braces here, run some string. I got this whole row here full of corn, so just to keep those from keeling over in the wind, but that'll be a little bit later on once they start. But anyhow, that's what I've been up to lately here. But right now, I noticed the other day when I was sawing some lumber, I noticed that it wasn't exactly perfect as far as thickness wise. From one end to the other, I was getting a little bit thicker. On my final cut, I was getting some thicker wood at the very end, at the far end. So I decided to put a level on the mill. So I'm in the process of leveling the saw head and the mill, the bunks and the railing. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna continue on doing that, and then I'm gonna probably mill some lumber. So you can see I got a level on the blade there. I got that pretty much level, but I noticed the bunks, they're still not 100%. They're close. It's like a 1/16 of an inch, but I'm fussy. I know it's rough sawing lumber. Got a level there. It's off a bit. Just gonna raise that far end there a little bit. It's not bad. I probably shouldn't be messing with it, but I'd like to get it as close as I can, and then we know it's good. So even though I'm on a cement slab here, I've got that wood blocking and those leveling feet. I mean, eventually that wood shrinks or whatever and swells up, shrinks, whatever, and it's gonna move. I mean, you're loading logs and things are getting beaten around, and so anyhow, it's gonna move a little bit. So it's probably something good practice to check your sawmills once in a while, just to make sure they're good and level and you're getting nice straight cuts. Anyhow, like I said, I'm going to continue on leveling this. So we're pretty much all level here now. I got all these bunks level from front to back and side to side. So I'm going to just check my, I'll check my bubble here on my blade again. I know I knew I'd have to adjust it again, but she's off just a little bit. So I'm going to adjust that. And then I'm going to reset my scale. Obviously it's going to change my scale, so I just got to reset and remeasure my blade from my bunk, and then make sure my scale's on, and I think we'll be good to go. I think my blade is level now. That looks pretty darn good right there, so I'm going to adjust my scale, and that's it. Blade's off again, just a little bit. I'm gonna set that again. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but I'm adjusting the turnbuckle up there. That turnbuckle right there, I'm adjusting it right here. So what it's doing, I'm raising and lowering this right hand side here, so yeah, a little bit more. I'm going to give that a shove down the other end. Let's see what it looks like when we get back. Fine tuning takes a bit of time. About where I want it to be, I think. Check it again here. Just gotta Well, folks, after trial and error, I've got it level. I've got my my blade level. I've got my bunks level, my rails level. I've got 6 inches. If I set my scale to 6 inches, I've got 6 inches from the bottom of the blade, or from the blade to the first bunk, and I got 6 inches when I come down to the other end. I got 6 inches on both sides of the blade, the width of the blade. So, and the blade stays level. So I think we're good to go. I'm gonna load a log here and see what we can do. Well, folks, I just squared up this this cant here. It was a 10-footer. I was looking for 2x4s. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is just what I need for some plates for the cabin build. So, but my issue I was getting, when I got to the very end here, I was getting thicker lumber on the bottom piece from one end to the other, from the close end, I guess, which would be that end, and then the far end over here, which would be over here. So I'm just gonna take a tape measure here. I'm gonna pull that 2x4, the top one, off, and then I'm gonna flip that one and just measure it and see what I get for, see if my problem is solved. Exactly 2 inches on that end, and exactly 2 inches on that end. We're good. We're good. You can see she's 2 inches there. It was a really knotty piece of and we got 2 inches there. I'll show you on the tape here. Yeah, it was a really knotty log, so there are 2 inches. Where's my tape there? You guys can see that. There it is. Just a shy under 2, which is acceptable in my books. So anyhow, I don't know how informative this video was, but it's just want to show you another part of sawmilling, another maintenance kind of thing you got to keep an eye on, is make sure your sawmill is nice and level, and just keep an eye on your lumber, and it'll show up if it's not. So so just another aspect of milling. Anyhow, I'm gonna continue milling here for today, but I'm gonna call this video and continue on. So thanks for tuning in, and be well, be kind, and get outdoors when you can, and we'll see you next time.